What a lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to rumble here at Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham, and here with me, Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine. Jake Paul, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico.
This is going to be an intense stare before the fight starts.
And with that, we turn it over to the...
This bout is...
And of course, we fight outside. And we're underway in round one. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You don't want to trade shots. Miss with that jab. He misses with that jab. How about that time counter shot? Counter punch caught him clean. Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do you train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Good counter punching. We may see a stoppage here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Punch is beginning to take its toll. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. Missing with the hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the... There's the bell for round 3. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. So much firepower here. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Those counter punches have to hurt. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. And that hook misses. Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Got out of the way of that right hook. See the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk. And there's the bell to start round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't win.
Jake Paul will have to go to the canvas. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five. And we continue.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
He's got to waste time. Get a step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to par you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
They're going to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't.
Punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four, five. You still want to fight.
Talk about Jake Paul. Back into the fray here in round 5. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
counter shot lands. And he scores with the counter. Caution being thrown to the wind. Swing and a miss with that hook. Missing with that right hook. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
A perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. Nobody home with that hook. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. There's a counter shot. What's the referee thinking right now? We see it again. There's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. You're all right.
Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fight.
There's the bell to start round 6. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Counter punch right up the middle. Insane action. He threw a punch and just got countered. When you're a power puncher, you're not as... Did you see that? Whoa, wait a minute. What a shot. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. Through the hook, didn't land. Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here?
Are you all right? Are you okay?
And the referee's going to allow him to fight. I guess showboating is part of their plan. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Here we go. It's round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Back and forth they go. Nice counter shot. A big whiff with the right hook. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That big hook doesn't land. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. As bad as boxing judging. There's the bell to start round 8. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Nope, that hook won't score. You can't connect with that right hook. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little...